Have you ever felt chosen or anointed by a higher power? It's a feeling that transcends the mundane, a sensation that lifts you from the everyday into the realm of the extraordinary. Today, we're going to delve into the fascinating concept of a kairos moment. This is the point where divine timing intersects with earthly reality. It's a moment of serendipity, a moment when everything falls into place, and it's all orchestrated by a higher power. Imagine for a moment you're walking down a path you've tread 1,000 times. Suddenly, you stumble upon a stone. You bend to pick it up, and you find a gold coin hidden beneath the dust and leaves. This is a kairos moment. It's not the gold coin that's important, but the divine timing that led you to it. The fact that you've walked that path 1,000 times, and yet it is this moment that you've been led to discover the hidden treasure. Similarly, this encounter with this video you're listening to right now is a kairos moment. It's not by chance or coincidence you found yourself here. It's divine timing. You're here because you're ready to understand these messages, ready to perceive the divine orchestration happening in your own life. Let me share a personal anecdote. When I was a young woman, I felt a calling to become a spiritual guide. But it took years of experiences, learning, and growth before I was ready to step into that role. What seemed like a delay was actually divine timing. I was being prepared, my roots were growing deeper, my understanding was broadening, so when the time came, I was ready. What you might perceive as a delay is actually a divine design for deeper roots and readiness. It's not a pause, it's preparation. It's not a halt, it's a harmonious alignment of your life with the divine plan. So, as we journey forward, remember, every moment is divinely timed, and every encounter is a potential kairos moment. In this fast-paced world, we often underestimate the value of silence and waiting. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of activity, constantly seeking progress, yet overlooking the profound lessons that can be found in stillness. Consider the ancient spiritual texts that have stood the test of time. They're rich with stories of individuals who experienced long periods of waiting before their significant breakthroughs. Take the story of the revered prophet Moses, for instance. He spent 40 years in the wilderness before he was called to lead his people to freedom. That waiting period, filled with silence and solitude, was crucial to his spiritual growth and preparation for the monumental task that lay ahead. Similarly, we find the story of the Buddha, who sat under the Bodhi tree in deep meditation for 49 days. This period of silent waiting led to his enlightenment, transforming him into a spiritual leader whose teachings continue to inspire millions around the world. These stories are not mere coincidences or exceptions. They highlight a universal truth. Waiting seasons are integral to our spiritual journey. They provide us the opportunity to cultivate patience, develop resilience, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. During these times, it's essential to embrace the stillness. It's in these quiet moments that we often find clarity, gain insight, and connect deeply with our inner selves. It's here that we learn to listen, truly listen, to the whispers of our soul and the echoes of the divine. So, if you find yourself in a waiting season, know that it's not a sign of stagnation or delay. Instead, it's a time of preparation, a time for growth and introspection. It's a time when heaven aligns circumstances, relationships, and resources in perfect timing to bring about a supernatural shift in your life. Your waiting season has not been in vain. It's a necessary period of refinement and divine orchestration. So hold on, have faith, and be ready for the breakthrough that's about to come. Do you feel a shift in your life? A realignment, perhaps? A sense of something changing, something aligning perfectly, as if by a greater power? This, dear friends, is the divine alignment. It's not a sudden jolt or a dramatic upheaval, but a gentle, almost imperceptible shift, like the subtle change of seasons. Now let's delve into this divine alignment a little more. It's not just about spiritual realignment, but extends to the financial aspects of our lives as well. A divine alignment often brings with it an abundance of provision and favour. It's like when you've been tirelessly working in the garden under the sun, and suddenly a cloud appears, casting a relieving shadow, and a gentle breeze begins to blow. That's the divine favour, following faithfulness and integrity. I remember a time in my life when I was struggling financially. Money was scarce and I was just scraping by. But I held on to my faith. I continued to live with integrity, refusing to compromise my values for temporary gain. And then one day, things began to change. Opportunities began to show up, seemingly out of nowhere. It was as if the universe was rewarding my faithfulness with provision and favour. And this is not an isolated incident. I've heard countless stories from others who've experienced similar shifts in their lives. It's an almost universal experience, this divine alignment, where the spiritual and the financial aspects of our lives begin to move in harmony. But remember, this alignment is not something that happens overnight. It's a process, a journey. It requires patience, faith, and above all, integrity. You might not see the results immediately, but rest assured, they are coming. The divine alignment is always at work, even when we can't see it. And here's something crucial to remember during this process. Divine connections come with peace, not chaos or adrenaline. When you feel that calm, that sense of rightness, that's when you know you're in alignment with the divine plan for your life. So, as you navigate through this journey of life, remember to seek peace, not adrenaline. Remember, divine connections come with peace, not chaos or adrenaline. How do we discern between divine alignment and counterfeit connections? A question that often leaves us pondering, seeking answers in the labyrinth of life's experiences. It takes us on a journey through spiritual texts that provide us with invaluable insights. Consider a story from the annals of spiritual wisdom. A man lost in the desert prayed for divine intervention. Suddenly, he saw a caravan in the distance. As it approached, he felt a sense of unease, a disquiet that gnawed at his peace. He chose to listen to this inner voice and hid instead of hailing the caravan. Later, he discovered it was a band of marauders. Here, peace, or rather its absence, served as the compass guiding him. Yet peace is not just about the absence of turmoil, but about the presence of a calm assurance. Picture another tale where a woman, despite her circumstances, felt an inexplicable peace about a decision she had to make. It was not the easiest choice, but it was the right one. The peace she felt was her divine connection, steering her towards her destiny. These stories underline a profound truth. In the theatre of life, divine connections do not enter with fanfare. Rather, they arrive with a serene certainty. They do not disrupt. They restore. They do not confuse. They clarify. They do not instigate fear. They inspire faith. But remember, discernment is not a one-time revelation. It is a continual process, a journey. It requires us to be in tune with our inner self, to be aware of our emotions, and to listen to that still, small voice within us. It's about recognizing the harmony that a true divine connection brings, a harmony that resonates with our soul. At times, the path to discernment might seem daunting, but do not be disheartened. The key lies in seeking peace, a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that is often the divine whisper guiding us towards our destiny. Recognizing divine alignment is crucial. It often comes with calm assurance. So as we journey through life, let's strive to discern the divine connections that are there to guide us, to uplift us, and to lead us towards our divine purpose. Do you feel the pressure? That's because a supernatural transfer has begun. In this season, you might notice an increase in resistance and pressure. It's like the build-up before a storm, the tension before the release. This isn't a sign of failure or punishment. It's a clear indication the spiritual warfare is underway. Let me share a personal anecdote. Years ago, just before a significant breakthrough in my life, I experienced a period of intense pressure. I felt like I was under siege. But, as it turned out, this was merely a sign that heaven was releasing something significant into my life. The enemy was fighting hard, not because I was losing, but because I was about to gain something extraordinary. You see, the enemy recognizes when a breakthrough is near, and he tries to discourage us, to make us give up before we receive our blessing. But remember, we are chosen, anointed, and under divine protection. The resistance we face is not designed to break us, but rather to strengthen us, to prepare us for the blessings that are about to come our way. As we navigate through this spiritual warfare, it's crucial to maintain our peace. Peace is not just the absence of conflict, it's a state of trust, a profound assurance that despite the battles we face, God is in control. It's an inner calm that defies the external chaos, a stillness that whispers, all is well. So when the pressure mounts, when the enemy is at your door, hold on to your peace. Let it be your anchor in the storm, your compass in the battle. Because in the midst of the warfare, in the heart of the storm, a supernatural transfer is taking place. Divine alignment is in motion, and peace will be the proof of fulfillment. As the dust settles and the storm subsides, you will find yourself standing in a place of victory, a place of breakthrough, a place of divine alignment. And the peace you feel will be the undeniable evidence that the supernatural transfer has been completed. Your waiting season has borne fruit. Your breakthrough has arrived. So hold on, dear one, for your Kairos moment is here.